This is the brief on some serious power moves and smarts from the great ruler. Okay, so today we're diving into episode 486 of The Great Ruler, this epic fantasy world. Our protagonist, Chen, is in a really high-stakes duel against a scary martial artist and a calculating goddess of martial arts. We're talking reputation, power, and serious wealth on the line. All right, first, Chen. Looks gentle, but he's got serious nerve. As head of Mu Palace, backed by a powerful cultivator Adi Zizun, he publicly insults the brutal Bear King Songba. Challenged to take a punch, Chen hits back with an insane demand: 80 million drops of Zizun liquid, super valuable energy currency, per hit if he loses. Seriously. Second, Ling Feiji, the goddess of martial arts, makes a calculated move. Songba can't pay Chen's crazy price, so she steps in and covers the 80 million. Her goal? Humiliate Chen's ally, Lo Li, and please her emperor, who dislikes Chen. Real politics there. Finally, Chen's win is unconventional. He takes Songba's huge demon fist punch, absorbs it, and transforms the energy inside him into glassy Ling Qi, his unique power. Then he shoots Songba's own energy back, but transformed. When Songba tries reabsorbing it, the changed signature messes him up, leaving him vulnerable. Chen lands one punch, wins instantly, and cheekily thanks Ling Feiji for the cash. Just brilliant. So, Chen's sharp mind and unique power nabbed him the victory, and a fat stack of Zizun liquid in a totally unexpected way.
Okay, this is the brief on Chen's rise and the big continental warrior battle. Right, so picture this. In the massive Great Thousand Worlds, everyone's watching this warrior, Chen. There's a ton of power struggles and scheming going on as he gears up for the huge continental warrior battle. First up, Chen just showed off some serious power and brains. He took down this top-tier expert, Songba, like a full Dazun stage guy. Boom, one punch, nobody saw it coming. And then, get this, he demanded 80 million drops of spiritual fluid, basically super valuable energy currency, as payback. He then used that cash to place this massive 80 million drop bet on himself to win the whole battle. Talk about making a statement, right? But, it wasn't just about the fight. Second, this whole thing instantly exposed a bunch of backstabbing. Turns out, some big shots from the powerful Shitan battle god Hall were trying to use Songba to mess with Chen. Well, that plan totally blew up in their faces. Plus, Chen's close ally, Lo Li, jumped right in to defend him, showing just how intense these personal and political ties really are. So while all that drama's happening, finally, the Continental Warrior Battle actually kicks off in Shitan City. Loads of powerful warriors are showing up, but the real jaw-dropper, the legendary Fire Emperor, yeah, that Fire Emperor shows up even if just as a shadow. And guess what? He's there for Chen. This hints that Chen has some incredibly powerful backup, sending a huge "don't mess with him" signal to everyone else. So yeah, Chen's power, smarts, and connections are all out in the open now, and you bet the biggest names in the Great Thousand Worlds are paying close attention as he enters this massive contest.
This is the brief on Chen's latest challenges in the Great Thousand World. Okay, so the big continent warrior tournament. It's just kicked off in the Great Thousand World, this massive place with super strong cultivators and ancient clans. And right in the middle of it is Chen. His kind of unique hidden power, yeah, it's drawing some serious attention. But hey, maybe there's a strategic advantage popping up in all this chaos. Let's break it down. First, get this. Chen's got this secret thing inside him, a crystal pagoda, right? Super powerful, tied to his family, the big deal Futu clan. Well, the legendary Flame Emperor, Xiaoyan, like the Flame Emperor, known for his incredible power, he senses it instantly. Wild, right? It kind of confirms Chen's special. But luckily for him, the Emperor decides, nah, I'm not going to blow your cover. Whew, that's a close one. Second, the tournament itself is on. Chen and other top-tier cultivators, folks like Lu Qinchen, Sumu, and Chu Men, jump into this special battle dimension. The main goal, grab these War God battle emblems. Basically, they're like your ticket to stay in the game, and you can spend them in the War God treasury for awesome treasures. So, you gotta choose. Keep competing or cash out for power-ups. And finally, this discovery, it's pretty huge. While checking out that treasury for an edge, Chen finds the Three Forces battle formation. It's this super old, rare war formation made by an array master. Think, a specialist in creating these powerful battle magic setups. It lets three really connected fighters team up to potentially beat someone way stronger, like a perfected stage sovereign. And guess what? It's perfect for Chen's own trial of three proofs technique, where he makes two copies of himself. It's like it was tailor-made for him. What a power-up opportunity. So yeah, Chen's now scrambling to lock down this amazing advantage in a tournament that's definitely got dangers and tough rivals waiting around every corner. This is the brief on the strategic battle between Chen and Raja Megaplung. Okay, so picture this. A super intense arena, right? Powerful cultivators think spiritual martial artists are duking it out for these things called battle tokens. Super important for getting stronger. And in this setting, we've got Chen, who's like an early-stage Dijijun expert, up against Raja Megapling, a late-stage Dijijun. Seriously, that's a huge difference in raw power we're talking about. So how on earth did Chen pull off the upset? Well, let's get into it. First off, Chen was just plain clever. Even though he was technically weaker, he kind of pretended to be struggling, making the flame-robed man, that's Raja Megaplung, chase him for ages. But guess what? It was all a setup. He basically lured his stronger opponent right into a trap he'd already prepared. Smart, right? Second, Chen unleashed something pretty incredible, the 9 Dragon God-slaying formation. He's a master of these spiritual energy arrays. You see, this thing creates 9 energy dragons, yeah? And then they merge into this terrifying 4-colored rainbow dragon. It was so powerful, it actually ripped off Raja Megapling's arm. Just goes to show, raw power isn't everything. Finally, to lock down the win, Chen used this really unique crystalline spiritual energy. It seeped into Raja Megapling's body and completely sealed off his spiritual power. Bam! Done. And Chen didn't just win. He snagged 2 battle tokens and his opponent's super valuable defensive magic weapon. Talk about resourceful. So yeah, this whole clash really proves that smart tactics and mastering unique skills can absolutely overcome sheer strength.
This is the brief on the Great Ruler, Chen's ascendance. Okay, so today we're jumping into the Great Ruler, where this young warrior, Chen, he's in this intense fight for powerful techniques and these crucial things called battle plaques. And honestly, he's just defying everyone's expectations as he climbs the ranks super fast. First off, you gotta hear about Chen's initial showing. It was, wow. He pulled off this huge, unexpected win against the Flame Cloud King. Now get this. Chen's just at the initial stage of what they call D-Zune. Think of it like a power level. But he beat someone at the late stage. How? Well, he's a master of these powerful formations. This win got him the awesome Blazing Dragon Scroll and boosted his battle plaques to 3. People were shocked, realizing he had way more strength than anyone thought. So, building on that shocker, Chen's reputation just explodes, right? And he gets strategic. He actually uses his 9 dragon slaughtering formation, like bait, to draw more challengers in. And then, he soundly beats Sect Master Zishan, who was famous for breaking formations. This win really cemented him as a top-tier Earth-level formation master, basically, a tactical genius. But you know, success has its downsides. Now opponents are avoiding him, meaning Chen has to brace for even tougher, sneakier fights. And finally, as the competition really heats up, narrowing down to just the absolute best warriors, things get personal. Chen comes face-to-face with his own rival, Xiaolingzi. And here's the kicker. She shows up with Ghost Elder, another incredibly skilled Earth-level formation master. So we're talking a major strategic showdown brewing, making the negotiations for Chen's battle plaques super intense. Chen's journey is seriously a masterclass in leveling up to meet bigger threats, proving he's the dark horse to watch in this whole contest.